Okay, I'm gonna reply to this comment. A friend of mine responded in the video. Let me get this straight. He's responding. He's commented on my video. Angry speech at Starbucks in Greenville, North Carolina, about how I'd rather get cancer than be fat. And let me get. And I mean that. Let me get cancer if I have to be thin and sexy. No. He says, let me get this straight. You're so unhappy and so miserable with your weight that you would rather have cancer to be thin. But you're not willing to diet and use the treadmill for 30 minutes a day? Yes. Because before this, when I was thin, I didn't have to do anything for it. It was just true of me. I was sexy and thin. Well, I was thin. Take that back, that word sexy, I think. I didn't have to impose on my time. 30 minutes walking on a treadmill is a long time. Especially if I have to do it in an hour. And walking is uncomfortable. My hips misaligned, or maybe one leg is longer than the other, or maybe I got nerve damage, but it is uncomfortable to roll. Really uncomfortable. Especially if I'm walking from here to there, because sometimes my foot, the front of my foot stubs itself on the ground and I almost trip. I hate walking. I hate to walk. I hate to walk. 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, that's a long time. That's 1/24 of a day, 1 hour walking on the treadmill. And then if dieting, I cannot be if I cannot eat like a pig at least twice a week, I don't want to live. Eating helps me forget about and cope with the pain, the torment, the unhappiness, the disgust. Number one, I'm not famous on social media. Not only that, but I got low views. I'm not a good-looking guy. What if I'm not gonna get Jesus back and I'm going to hell? What if I'm going to hell forever? I definitely want to eat like a pig and be a glutton for as long as I can. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow I'd go to hell. And do all this effort just to be my very best. When at my very best, I will still not be completely happy. Why? Because I'm not a hunk. Because my forearms are not long. Longer than Sarah Connor, the girl who sings the song Bounce. Right here. Let me give a picture of Sarah Connor and her long arms. Because my forearms are, she's 5'10", and I'm 6 feet tall, and it gets me off having long forearms. These hot girls, and knowing that my forearms, unless I have cosmetic surgery, would never be longer than hers. That makes me want. That kind of makes me want to die. Half part of me wants to die from being overweight, and soon. Hold on. I have to. Hun. Now, if I had to exercise daily, 2 hours a day, and diet, and if doing this with maybe a hot guy, so girls like this, the hottest of girls, thought I was hot stuff, good looking, and if I had the long forearms, I could do that. It would be worth it. It would be worth the agony and imposition on my time. If I could only be if I could only be a good-looking guy and have the long forearms, especially if I could look in my 20s, even when I couldn't look in my 20s. If I was a hot guy, so that the young, hottest of females, the pickiest of females thought I was hot stuff, that means That would be that would, if I was the person I am in my mind and heart and soul. Hot guy with a long, yes. But workout, exercise, impose on my time, do it, diet, just be plain and average. Not worth it, man. It's better to die. Just give me Jesus back and let me die and go to heaven. In this society, there's no love in this society. Society does not care enough about me to help me get the simple few cosmetic procedures I need to be a hot hunk. To have those long forms, limb lengthening surgery by Dr. Joe Paley in West Palm Beach, Florida. Hair transplants. And maybe a little facial reconstruction. Maybe if I got hair transplants, I wouldn't need to get cosmetic surgery on my face. As when I had my full hair when I was 17, girls used to hit on me like crazy. Well, not like I was a supermodel. I was not a supermodel hunk, but you know, girls used to hit on me more than they hit on the average guy. More than they hit on the average guy. Yeah, that time I was 17 years old and that girl, 22 or 23, came over. They had to pry her away from the table when it was time for them to go because she was so into talking to me. And she thought I was a college student. When I had my full head of hair when I was 17. September 1990. And that girl looked good. That girl looked as good as, maybe better than Sarah Connor right here. But if I cannot be such a good-looking guy that even this girl right here, in her peakiest of days, would see me and say, "Ooh, he's hot." If I cannot have the long forms of this girl and the longer arms, folks, before God, honestly, if I'll get Jesus back and die and go to heaven, I kind of want to die in my sleep from being overweight. I don't want to live. There's nothing in this world to keep me here. Everything that I cherished and loved have been ripped away from me. So why do I want to stay in this world? This world is gray. Gray, black and white. No colors anymore. The sun shines darkly. The beach sounds like steel crunching against itself. There's no... Look, at least get me on a public talk show to talk about my issues. And hopefully find a way for me to raise the money for my cosmetic surgery. Just get me on Dr. Phil or Dr. Oz or The Doctor Show or Ellen in front of America. At least you could care enough about me to do that for me, society. But society does not love me so enough to do this. Now, if I was a good-looking guy, they would. But if I was a good-looking guy, I wouldn't need to, because I'd be happy with myself. Because I'd be the person I am in my mind's eye.